In this lesson, you will learn how to start the FTP server one time in FreeBSD. We will also create one user and log in with FTP client to the server. There are some things we need to consider in this elaboration. We will have one dynamic IP unless you've been setting a static IP. This means that the IP can change on the server anytime. We will set static IPs later on because that will be a topic itself, how to set it. We will start the FTP server only once this time. We need to make one configuration in order to make it auto start after the server has started or rebooted. So to start with, we go to our FreeBSD machine and we need to check one thing first. You need to remember later on what IP address your machine have. By typing ifconfig and pressing return, you will get information regarding your interfaces of the network card. In my case, I'm interested of this one, which is called EM0. I need to notice what IP address I have in order to connect to the machine. So this is the IPv4 version. It stands INET followed by an IPv4 address. So you can write this down, not my number, but number you get on your network card, because you will need that later. I will clear the screen now. So now when we know the IP address to the server, it's time to start the daemon for serving the FTP service. Let's do like this. If this is the first time you're using FreeBSD systems, let me introduce you to what services are. In Windows, for example, Microsoft Windows, if you're accustomed to there, you have services. Unix-like operating system are running daemons in the background. So daemon is a process that has been forked and doesn't have the parent in the shell. So this means that the daemon is running in the background. So for example, let's say that we want to start the FTP service. We need to know where are the daemons located to start them with. There are two possible places, but let's start with the first one, which is most common. There is a place which is /etc/rc.d. And in this place you have startup scripts for different type of daemons. So if I type ftpd, so this is /etc/rc.d/ftpd, which is a startup script which we can control with additional commands. When we start this the very first time, the FTP server, which is an FTP daemon, we will use a command called onestart. Onestart means that we start the service one time without having it starting automatically each time. So doing this, we just need to type onestart and press return. What happens here is that it says that starting Ftpd, so this is the FTP daemon. So our FTP server is now running as a process in the background. Okay, now when our FTP daemon is running in the background, if we want to connect with an FTP client to this server, we need to create additional user because you cannot log in with a root account on the FTP. So you do this in FreeBSD by typing add user. Now we need to add the username for the account. I will make a name here. And I'll leave the UED. We've been going through this before as an example. I'm satisfied with I take corn shell this time. You can take the default if you want, of course. Home directory seems okay. I'm just running through this very quick now. Okay, so this looks good. Now let's go over to the Windows client and try to connect with the FileZilla client. Of course, you can use any FTP client you want. This is just an example. So let's connect. I'm going to add the IP address here, which is the address to the server in an IPv4 format. We need this to be able to make the program know where to connect and which user account you will connect with and the password. And then I make a connection here. As you can see, we successfully logged into our server right now, and you can see that I arrived to the home directory. Now when I'm in a home directory, I'm able to upload files here, delete files and do things like that, and download files from the file server. And then one thing to notice is that in home directory, we're able to go out from there. So there is one issue here. In case I have more user accounts, let me demonstrate for you. I create another user. Okay, going back here now. If I refresh this, you see that, oh wait a bit, I'm also seeing the test user here. And there is a little problem here, of course, that I'm able to go into other users, so other users can access each other's home directory. So I'm not only inside of my home directory, so I can access other ones. We will have a look at it in I think it will be the third video of the FTP, but continue to watch and I will show you how to chroot the users so they are locked inside of their home directories. So the FTP server is started once. This means that if I restart my server right now, I will have to start it manually each time with start one start, I mean. And we will, in the next video, we will look how to make it boot on the startup. So each time we restart the server, it will start automatically. And I will also show you how to restart the daemon in case that, and stop and these things, in case we want to stop the service or restart it. So we continue forward to the next video and we take all the details there.